Seniors, drink this before bed to repair your eyes and vision during sleep. Did you know that over 70% of seniors suffer from some form of vision decline? After 60, your retina loses up to 30% of its photoreceptor cells. Tear production drops by almost half, and blood flow to your optic nerve slows by 25%. And yet, your doctor tells you it's just aging. That's the lie keeping the $36 billion eye care industry alive. The truth. There are 7 specific bedtime drinks that can reverse some of that damage fast. Your eyes actually have a secret repair mechanism that activates only during specific sleep phases, and what you drink in the 30 minutes before bed determines whether this mechanism works or fails. Yet no one tells you the truth. Why? Because the eye care system is built on lifetime prescriptions and endless checkups. A multi-billion-dollar machine that thrives every time your vision gets worse. They want you to think cataracts, night blindness, floaters are just normal aging. But that's the biggest lie of all. Meanwhile, macular degeneration blinds over 11 million Americans. Cataracts cloud the vision of more than 50% of people over 75. And once that damage is done, most are told it's irreversible. In this video, we will reveal 7 science-backed drinks, from the least to the most powerful, that may help improve your vision overnight. And the number 2 drink. In one clinical study, it reduced retinal swelling by 32% in just 2 weeks, yet most seniors have never even heard of it. Before we begin, let me ask you 2 important questions. First, have you noticed your night vision getting worse over the past few years? Second, do you wake up with dry or tired eyes despite getting enough sleep? We're reading and replying to each and every comment with personalized tips and advice. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 7. Green tea with raw honey. Green tea might seem like a simple choice, but when you combine it with raw honey and drink it exactly 45 minutes before bed, something remarkable happens in your eyes. The catechins in green tea, which are powerful antioxidants that protect cells from damage, work differently at night than during the day. Your body's circadian rhythm changes how these compounds are absorbed, and research from Tokyo Medical University found that evening consumption increases retinal absorption by 32% compared to morning intake. The study followed 300 participants over 6 months and discovered that those who drank green tea before bed showed measurable improvements in contrast sensitivity and color perception. The secret lies in a compound called epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG, which crosses the blood-retinal barrier more effectively when your cortisol levels are low, which happens during sleep. Raw honey isn't just for taste either. It contains specific enzymes that help transport EGCG directly to your macula, which is the part of your retina responsible for sharp central vision. The combination creates what researchers call a synergistic effect, meaning the 2 ingredients work better together than separately. To prepare this correctly, steep 1 teaspoon of high-quality green tea leaves in water that is exactly 175 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 minutes. Any hotter and you'll destroy the beneficial compounds. Any cooler and they won't extract properly. After steeping, add 1 tablespoon of raw, unprocessed honey while the tea is still warm but not hot. The temperature matters because heat destroys the enzymes in honey that make this combination effective. Drink this slowly over 10 minutes, allowing each sip to mix with your saliva, which starts the absorption process even before it reaches your stomach. Make sure you're using organic green tea because pesticides can interfere with the catechin absorption, and always choose honey that hasn't been pasteurized or filtered. Now let's move to something even more powerful for your nighttime vision repair. Number 6. Tart cherry juice concentrate. Tart cherry juice concentrate does something unique that no other drink can match when it comes to repairing your eyes during sleep. This isn't the sweet cherry juice you find at grocery stores, but specifically Montmorency tart cherries, which contain the highest concentration of natural melatonin found in any food. A study from Louisiana State University showed that people who drank tart cherry concentrate before bed increased their natural melatonin production by 84%, and here's why that matters for your eyes. Melatonin isn't just for sleep. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants for your retinal cells, and it specifically protects against blue light damage that accumulates during the day. Your eyes produce their own melatonin, but this production drops by 70% after age 60. The anthocyanins in tart cherries, which are the compounds that give them their deep red color, actually help rebuild the rhodopsin in your eyes. Rhodopsin is the protein that allows you to see in low light conditions, and it naturally breaks down as we age. The research gets even more interesting. A clinical trial at the University of Pennsylvania found that participants who drank 2 tablespoons of tart cherry concentrate mixed with 4 ounces of water before bed showed a 23% improvement in night vision after just 4 weeks. The key is using concentrate, not regular juice, because you need at least 400 milligrams of anthocyanins for the effect to work. Regular tart cherry juice would require you to drink so much that the sugar content would actually harm your eyes by causing glycation damage to your lens proteins. To use this properly, mix 2 tablespoons of pure tart cherry concentrate with 4 to 6 ounces of room temperature water exactly 30 minutes before you plan to sleep. Don't use cold water because it slows absorption, and don't use hot water because it destroys the anthocyanins. Drink it on an empty stomach, at least 2 hours after your last meal, because protein can interfere with anthocyanin absorption. Some people make the mistake of buying tart cherry capsules instead, but these don't work the same way because the liquid form triggers specific digestive enzymes that help transport the compounds to your eyes. Now let me share something even more surprising about our next drink. Number 5. Bilberry and blueberry smoothie. During World War II, British pilots discovered something by accident that modern science has now proven beyond doubt. They noticed that eating bilberry jam before night missions dramatically improved their ability to see enemy aircraft in the dark. Today, we know exactly why this works, and the science is even more impressive than those pilots could have imagined. Bilberries contain 15 different types of anthocyanins, compared to just 5 in regular blueberries, and these specific compounds regenerate the purple pigment in your retina that deteriorates with age. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Nutrition followed 400 seniors for 2 years and found that those who consumed a bilberry and blueberry smoothie before bed showed a 37% reduction in age-related macular degeneration progression. The timing matters because your retinal cells undergo their most intensive repair cycle between 2 and 4 a.m., and the anthocyanins from these berries need about 4 hours to reach peak concentration in your eye tissue. The combination of bilberries and blueberries creates what scientists call a complementary anthocyanin profile. Bilberries are incredibly hard to find fresh in most places, but frozen bilberries actually contain 20% more bioavailable anthocyanins than fresh ones because freezing breaks down the cell walls. For the smoothie, blend half a cup of frozen bilberries with a quarter cup of frozen blueberries, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, which provides omega-3s that help anthocyanin absorption, and 6 ounces of unsweetened almond milk. The fat in almond milk is crucial because anthocyanins are partially fat-soluble, meaning they need some fat present to be properly absorbed. Here's what most people don't know about timing. You need to drink this exactly 90 minutes before bed, not right before sleeping. This gives your digestive system time to break down the berry fibers and release the anthocyanins while still allowing peak absorption to coincide with your eye repair cycle. Never add sugar or sweeteners because glucose competes with anthocyanin absorption at the cellular level. If you can't find bilberries, you can use 1 cup of wild blueberries instead, but the effect will be about 40% less powerful. The ground flaxseed should be freshly ground because pre-ground flaxseed oxidizes quickly and loses its omega-3 content within days of grinding. Our next drink involves an ancient remedy that modern science has validated in surprising ways. Number 4. Golden milk with black pepper. Turmeric has been used for eye health in Ayurvedic medicine for 3,000 years, but only recently have we discovered why it's so incredibly effective when consumed before bed. The curcumin in turmeric doesn't just reduce inflammation. It actually triggers the production of nerve growth factor in your optic nerve, which is something that pharmaceutical companies have been trying to replicate in drugs for decades. A study from the American Journal of Ophthalmology found that people who drank golden milk before bed for 12 weeks showed measurable improvement in optic nerve thickness and blood flow. The problem with turmeric is that your body naturally absorbs less than 3% of the curcumin you consume. This is where the ancient recipe becomes brilliant. Adding black pepper increases absorption by 2,000% because piperine, which is the active compound in black pepper, inhibits the liver enzymes that would normally break down curcumin before it reaches your eyes. The fat from coconut milk serves as a carrier system, wrapping the curcumin molecules in lipids that can cross the blood-retinal barrier. To make proper golden milk for eye repair, heat 8 ounces of full-fat coconut milk to exactly 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Add 1 teaspoon of organic turmeric powder, a quarter teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, a half teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, which enhances curcumin absorption, and a quarter teaspoon of ground ginger, which prevents the mild nausea some people experience from concentrated curcumin. Whisk these ingredients for 2 full minutes to ensure complete mixing. Then let it cool to body temperature before drinking. The timing and temperature are critical. Drinking it too hot reduces absorption by 20%, and drinking it cold prevents the coconut fat from properly emulsifying with the curcumin. Consume this exactly 1 hour before bed, and don't eat anything afterward because protein and fiber can interfere with curcumin absorption. Some people add honey for taste, but this actually reduces the effectiveness because simple sugars trigger an insulin response that blocks curcumin uptake in eye tissue. The Ceylon cinnamon is important because regular cassia cinnamon contains coumarin, which can thin your blood too much when combined with turmeric's natural anticoagulant effects. The next drink on our list has been hiding in plain sight all along. Number 3. Carrot and ginger juice blend. Everyone knows carrots are good for your eyes, but almost nobody knows why drinking carrot juice before bed multiplies its effectiveness by up to 6 times compared to daytime consumption. Your liver converts beta-carotene to retinol, which is the active form of vitamin A, and this conversion process peaks during sleep when your liver isn't busy processing food. A Stanford University study discovered that seniors who drank fresh carrot and ginger juice before bed increased their retinol blood levels by 240% compared to those who consumed the same amount in the morning. The ginger isn't just for flavor. It contains compounds called gingerols that increase blood flow to your retinal vessels by dilating the tiny capillaries that feed your macula. This increased blood flow happens naturally during deep sleep, but ginger amplifies it by another 40%. The combination also helps repair the gel-like vitreous humor in your eyes, which becomes cloudy and develops floaters as you age. To prepare this properly, you need 4 medium organic carrots and a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger root. The carrots must be organic because conventional carrots contain pesticide residues that interfere with vitamin A conversion. Juice them together using a slow masticating juicer, not a centrifugal one, because high-speed juicing destroys 30% of the beta-carotene through oxidation. Add 1 teaspoon of virgin coconut oil to the juice because beta-carotene is fat-soluble and requires fat for absorption. Without fat, you'll only absorb about 5% of the beta-carotene. Drink this mixture exactly 2 hours before bed, giving your body time to begin the conversion process before you sleep. The timing aligns with your natural circadian rhythm when your liver starts producing the enzymes needed for beta-carotene conversion. Never store this juice because beta-carotene degrades rapidly when exposed to air, losing 50% of its potency within 30 minutes. If you can't make fresh juice every night, freeze individual portions immediately after juicing, but know that frozen juice is only 70% as effective as fresh. Now we're getting to the really powerful drinks that can transform your vision. Number 2. Goji berries elixir. Goji berries contain the highest concentration of zeaxanthin found in any food, with 500 times more than oranges and 200 times more than eggs. Zeaxanthin is one of only 2 antioxidants that accumulate in your macula, where it acts like internal sunglasses, filtering harmful blue light and preventing oxidative damage. A study from the British Journal of Ophthalmology followed 150 seniors who drank goji berry tea before bed and found they increased their macular pigment density by 43% in just 90 days. What makes goji berries extraordinary is that they contain a unique form of zeaxanthin bound to fatty acids, making it immediately bioavailable to your eyes, which means your body can use it without requiring conversion. Your body typically converts only 10% of regular zeaxanthin from vegetables, but the form in goji berries has an absorption rate of 78%. When you consume this before bed, your eyes uptake the zeaxanthin during the 4-hour window when cellular repair peaks. To make this elixir, soak 3 tablespoons of dried organic goji berries in 8 ounces of warm water that is exactly 120 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. The temperature is crucial because hotter water destroys the zeaxanthin fatty acid bonds, while cooler water won't extract the compounds properly. After soaking, blend the entire mixture, including the berries and water, for 30 seconds, creating a smooth drink that releases all the cellular contents. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of vitamin E oil, which protects the zeaxanthin from oxidation and increases absorption by another 20%. Drink this 1 hour before bed, and make sure you haven't eaten any dairy products for at least 3 hours before, because calcium competes with zeaxanthin for absorption channels. The vitamin E oil is essential, not optional, because zeaxanthin oxidizes rapidly once released from the berry cells, and oxidized zeaxanthin can actually cause free radical damage instead of preventing it. Some people strain out the berry pulp, but this removes 40% of the beneficial compounds that are bound to the fiber. Now, let me reveal the number 1 drink that surpasses everything else. Number 1. Astaxanthin and omega-3 power drink. Astaxanthin is the most powerful carotenoid for eye health ever discovered, with antioxidant activity 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C and 550 times stronger than vitamin E. It's what gives wild salmon their pink color, and it's the only antioxidant that can cross both the blood-brain barrier and the blood-retinal barrier, reaching parts of your eyes that no other compound can protect. A Japanese study of 49 seniors found that those who consumed astaxanthin before bed improved their focusing speed by 47% and reduced eye fatigue by 54% in just 8 weeks. When combined with omega-3 fatty acids from algae oil, it creates a synergistic effect that rebuilds damaged photoreceptor cells while you sleep. Your eyes contain the highest concentration of DHA omega-3s in your entire body, but this concentration drops by 60% after age 50 unless you actively replenish it. To create this powerful drink, mix 1 teaspoon of algae-based astaxanthin oil containing at least 12 milligrams of astaxanthin with 4 ounces of organic pomegranate juice and 2 tablespoons of liquid omega-3 algae oil containing at least 800 milligrams of DHA. The pomegranate juice isn't random. It contains ellagic acid, which prevents the breakdown of astaxanthin in your digestive system and increases its bioavailability by 300%. Blend these ingredients with 2 ounces of filtered water and a 1/4 teaspoon of phosphatidylserine powder, which helps transport the astaxanthin directly to your retinal cells. The timing for this drink is absolutely critical. You must consume it exactly 90 minutes before sleep, not sooner or later, because astaxanthin absorption follows a very specific timeline that needs to align with your natural melatonin production. Take it with a small amount of healthy fat, like 5 raw macadamia nuts, because astaxanthin is fat-soluble and requires lipids for proper absorption. Never mix this with any acidic foods or drinks like coffee or orange juice for at least 2 hours before or after, because acid destroys the molecular structure of astaxanthin. The phosphatidylserine powder might be hard to find, but it's absolutely essential because it increases astaxanthin uptake in neural tissue by 400%. Without it, most of the astaxanthin gets absorbed by other tissues instead of concentrating in your eyes. Make sure you're using algae-based astaxanthin, not synthetic, because the synthetic form has a different molecular structure that your eyes can't utilize effectively. The color should be deep red, almost black. If it's orange or light red, it's already oxidized and won't work. Make sure to never combine more than 2 of these drinks in one evening, because some compounds compete for the same absorption pathways. If you want to use multiple remedies, alternate them on different nights, or space them at least 3 hours apart. The astaxanthin power drink should always be taken alone, because it requires all available absorption capacity for maximum effectiveness. At the end, remember that consistency matters more than perfection. Starting with just 1 drink and maintaining it for 30 days will show better results than trying all 7 sporadically. Your eyes didn't develop problems overnight, and they won't heal overnight either. Most people start noticing improvements in night vision and eye fatigue within 2 weeks, but significant changes in visual acuity and macular health take 2 to 3 months of consistent use. Finally, these drinks work best when combined with proper sleep hygiene. Your bedroom should be completely dark because even small amounts of light can interfere with retinal repair. Remove all LED lights, cover your alarm clock, and use blackout curtains. The investment in darkness pays dividends in vision improvement. Your eyes are attempting to repair themselves every single night, but without the right nutrients at the right time, they're fighting a losing battle against aging and environmental damage. These 7 drinks provide exactly what your eyes need when they need it in forms they can actually use. The science is clear, the results are proven, and the choice is yours. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these drinks are you most excited to try first, and why? Have you ever noticed a change in your vision after trying a natural remedy? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.